how's it going? It is me, Megan, and I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark and a few other platforms, but mostly Poshmark. And here on YouTube, I like to make reseller content. I'll do sold videos like this, I'll do unboxings, I'll do reviews, I'll do all that good stuff. So if that is something you guys are interested in, please make sure to like and subscribe, and that way you'll never miss one of my videos. So a couple of things before we start. I did want to mention that I hit 600 subscribers this last week, I guess. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed to my channel and continue to comment and support me. It does mean a ton. I know I'm really slow when it comes to answering comments, and especially if you follow me on Instagram and you've tried to contact me there, I am so bad about it. But thank you guys so much again for the continued support nonetheless. I just hope my videos give back to the community as much as I get out of it. Without like other resellers on YouTube, I would not at all be in the position that I'm in with the knowledge that I have. So yeah, hopefully I'm giving you guys some knowledge back. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is just the new things that have come to Poshmark. Shipping discounts. Like, I don't know if everyone has access to it yet, but there is an update, at least to my app, where I can offer a shipping discount similar to Mercari, where you can just, you know, give someone free shipping, or you can have a permanent shipping discount of $4.99, or I think $5 and something cents. I mean, you do have to, comes out of your profit, but I thought that was interesting and I want to know your guys' opinion on it. I will say that I've changed a couple of my more expensive items to free shipping, but when I want to like get some of them to move and I want to offer a bigger discount, I can't then change the shipping to not be free. So I'm a little on the fence. I don't know if I like that so much, but I do like that I can offer like less of a shipping discount to like my newer items that I'd otherwise be more hesitant to offer a discount so quickly. And also to like my like very cheap items, like my kids items or like my H&M items that I already don't have listed for a lot. I don't have to offer such a big shipping discount and I could still profit a little bit more from those items. And I do like that it doesn't seem like you can like filter out free shipping on Poshmark right now like you can with Mercari. Like on Mercari you can shop just free shipping if you want to, and I don't think Poshmark's done that yet, and I hope that they don't, because I feel like that would be a real big change to the website and the way that people shop on there right now. My hair is so crazy. I'm sorry. I thought it looked cute, but now I think it's like a little crazy. I also wanted to like ask you guys what you guys thought about the new feature, at least that I have, that you can add videos to your listings now. I think that that's kind of interesting. I was watching Hope's live video, Hope from Racks to Riches on YouTube recently, and she was talking about it, and she was making a good point about how like maybe you just have to take a couple of photos now and then just take a video of the rest of like the flaws, especially with shoes. It would just be easier to take like one cover photo and then videotape the rest of it. I will think that'll be interesting as far as returns go, and like, did you watch the video because the video showed the flaws, and did you pick up on that? You know, I don't know why Poshmark thinks it's a good idea, but they're doing it. I don't know if I'll use it right away. I haven't used it yet, but I wanted to get your guys' opinions on that. And then also I just wanted to give you guys a quick update about my DIY designer box that I got on Wednesday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll try and remember to link it up above, but it is on my channel. It was just the last video I posted. If you don't care, feel free to skip forward. But if you guys did see it, I did only get 6 pieces, and 2 of the pieces were not designer. One was Coach and one was Rachel Roy. I was on the fence about Rachel Roy, but you guys set me straight. Definitely not designer. I did reach out to customer service with ThredUP, and it was a challenge. It really was. I told them I got 6 pieces, 2 of them were not designer, and then someone got back to me being like, oh, I'll forward that on to the rescue team. Can you take pictures of the Coach item? And I'm like, I don't really know why that matters, but I did. I had to wait like 2 or 3 days, and then they got back to me being like, the rescue team says they sent you 7 items and those things are designer. Like, end of story, sort of. And they did send me a photo of what they sent me in the designer box, and I was clearly missing the necklace that was part of it. And if you guys recognize the necklace style, definitely let me know, because I'm super interested in what I was supposed to get. But then I had to be like, I did not get 7 pieces. I told you I got 6. I'm a frequent user of your website, not just buying rescue boxes, but I also sell on there, and I also buy normal priced things as well. And pretty much all the money I make on ThredUP, I give back to them. And then I just reiterated, I'm like, they aren't designer, but if, like, I don't really care, just give me credit or whatever back for that one piece that was missing, because that's definitely not 7 items like advertised. Sent pictures because the box was in kind of rough condition. And I'm like, I don't really care about the Coach and the Rachel Roy. I'll just make sure to tell all my followers that they should not expect designer items in their designer box. And then they had the audacity to send me an email being like, rate your customer service, when nothing had been resolved yet. So I gave them a bad rating, and I feel bad about that because I'm sure it's not really their fault. But I don't like the fact that I have to talk to a middle person. I can't just talk to the rescue team myself, and that nothing had been resolved. At the end of the day, they did initiate a credit back for my item. They didn't tell me how much, but I'm assuming somewhere between $12 and $13, which is what each piece was. I haven't gotten it yet, so who knows if they'll actually do it. And they said, yeah, Rachel Roy and Coach are on their designer list on their website, and it doesn't really matter what I think is and is not designer. So just a word of warning, I don't think the designer boxes are worth it anymore, especially when you can get things like Coach and Rachel Roy or other pieces that are not designer in it, especially when they're just gonna give you a Coach wallet. Like, it's one thing if, like, I like Coach. These are 2 of my Coach pieces. They're like Disney themed, and I've made good money on Coach. But a wallet that's already not in great condition, I'd be lucky to get 20 bucks on. Whereas at least if it was leather or a more substantial like purse, it'd be a different story. I mean, I still wouldn't be happy because it's not designer, but I'd at least get a little bit more money back. I will say I got lucky. I only paid $90. They've raised it to $120 since then. I don't think that's worth it at all, especially because I have seen really bad boxes, and the first DIY designer box I ever got wasn't great and would not have been worth $120. I'm not gonna buy it again. I got really lucky. I did have a handful of pieces from that box that were decent that I made my money back and profited on. And yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. You guys seemed really interested in that video and what they were gonna say. So I thought I would tell you guys on here, if you do watch all my videos, that it's not worth it. It's not worth it to get Coach, and it's not worth it to have to deal with terrible customer service, that they're just gonna tell you that you're lying and that your opinion doesn't matter, even if you are a frequent user of ThredUP. So anyway, I'm just gonna get into my sales from this week. I did wanna make just a video on its own about the ThredUP update, but I didn't have enough information at the time to put one out on Friday, and I don't know, I don't wanna make like a whole 20-minute video of me complaining. That just seems like sad, so I just thought I would mention it on here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get into what sold last week, March 7th through the 13th. I had another really good sales week. I'm really happy with the way that it seems like spring is really coming to full force. I have started like a closet sale on my Poshmark closet this week, sort of to keep that momentum going, hopefully, and also get rid of some of my old inventory. It's just a bundle sale, like 3+ items are 30% off if you bundle them, and then like 50% off 7 items, I think is what I decided. I just started it last night and I haven't had any sales from it yet, but I'm hoping somebody will see it and I can get rid of some of my older items or my cheaper items. So let's get into it. So on Sunday the 7th, I sold this Athleta sweatshirt dress. I really liked this. I picked it up at Goodwill. I got it back, and it's like the second you take the tag off something, I feel like we all know this, but you take the tag off and then you see the flaw and now you can't return it. This was cute. Comps were really great on the specific dress, pretty much around 50 or 60, but mine had this huge discoloration mark that sort of was like a sun bleach stain. I mentioned it last week that I had another piece from that trip that had it. This one was on the front and way more noticeable, so I had to like put it at 30 and hope someone would buy it. Someone offered me 22 and I just accepted. I think I paid $9 for that, and after fees I made $17.60, so the profit wasn't great, but I was happy to make my money back and make a profit at least relatively quickly for a flawed piece. Then I sold this Old Navy quilted vest. So this piece is actually a piece I've sold a couple of times before. I picked it up. I'd only pick it up at the bins. If I'm gonna pick up Old Navy, I only pick it up at the bins, or maybe if I saw it for $1 somewhere. But yeah, I've sold this vest before. This one was in a size large. I sold for 18 and after fees I made $11.94. Then I sold this Privacy Please floral dress. This dress was sold on Revolve. I got this actually about a year ago. The strap was broken and I had to fix it myself. I did pretty well actually, but I didn't like sell it like during the spring and summer, so I ended up sending it to ThredUP. It didn't sell on there either. They sent it back to me. I listed it again. I had it kind of listed high over 100, but when someone offered me 50, I decided to accept. I only paid $6 for this dress. So I thought that was a good profit margin, especially for the amount of time that I had it. So it sold for 50 and after fees I made 40. Then I sold these Prada platform sandals. If you saw my Wednesday video, you probably already know that I sold these. Again, I did get a few really good pieces in that DIY designer box. So I'm happy with some of the stuff I got. I'm not happy with the customer service or the fact that I feel like ThredUP has recently been taking advantage of us, and I have personally noticed a decline in their mystery boxes because I watch a ton of those videos. But yeah, I don't know. So these are really cute, very like 90s. They actually have a pair of these for sale on their website, I believe right now, for like close to $1,000, very similar style. But these, I wanted to sell them more close to 200, but I had someone who kept offering me like a lower price and I could tell they wanted them. I wanted to make them happy, but also I wasn't getting as much attention in these shoes as I thought they would, and we all know that heels are a hard sell right now during this pandemic. So when she offered me $135, I decided to accept. I made $108 after fees on Poshmark, so that did cover the price of my box and gave me a little bit of profit. Again, I paid $90 for the designer box. Now, if I had paid $120, which is the new price of the designer box, I would not have made my money back on that one item, nor would I have profited. Then on Monday the 8th, I sold this Ann Taylor bell sleeve top. I have noticed career wear is actually doing better for me now. I think maybe people are going back to work, the vaccine's sort of going out, certain states are reopening, or maybe people are just excited to shop. I know I am. I know I've been doing a little bit more shopping for myself than I usually do. But it sold for 18 and after fees I made $11.94. And that actually sold pretty quickly. I had it at ThredUP for a long time and I just got it back and relisted it myself, and I'd say within 2 or 3 days it sold. But bell sleeves and like detailed sleeves are really in for the spring. Then I sold these True Religion denim joggers. These I got at the bins. I was really excited to find them. They were a bigger men's size. I was getting some lowball offers on this, and honestly, I got a ton of lowball offers this week. But the reason my sales are still, like, the reason I had a good week is because I took a lot of those lowball offers. Sometimes I get really offended and I will counter back like I'm offended, but if I've had a piece for long enough, I'm willing to part with it, and I'll get to those. But this one I wasn't really willing to part with, and when someone offered me 50, I was happy with that. I thought that was a good offer, and then I accepted and I made $40 after fees. Then I sold these ASOS cargo pants. These I got in a men's rescue box. I think my ThredUP one, my last ThredUP one. Very interesting, but streetwear is really hot right now. They sold for 30 and after fees I made $21.54. Then I sold this Civil Society acid wash tee. I think the same person that purchased this purchased the ASOS pants, funny enough, but also pretty street style like. Sold for 13 after fees I made $7.59, and that I picked up at the bins quite a while ago, so it did take quite a bit to sell. I don't think Civil Society is like a name brand or anything. I think it's like a no-name brand. And then on Tuesday the 9th, I sold this Levi's Western style top. This I got at the bins. I thought it was really cute. It had like the double peak, I don't even know if that's what you would call it, split style pocket with the pearlescent snap closure, which we all know is really cute. But someone had clearly like removed the sleeves, which I think was a really cute style, but I definitely think I would have been able to get more money if it was in its original condition. But anyway, sold for 15 and after fees I made 12. Then I sold this So, which is the brand, which we all know is like a no-name, really cheap brand. But they're a really cute pair of shorts that I actually got in a denim DIY box, I think a little bit ago. Denim shorts almost always do well for me no matter what the brand is, as long as they're cute. So I end up listing a lot of them, even if they're cheap. This sold for 15 and after fees I made 12. And then on Wednesday the 10th, I sold this Nike modern sweatshirt dress. This was a bad buy for me from the beginning. It was an extra small, and I don't know. I thought it would get a lot more attention. I thought it was pretty cute. I think I paid like $9 for it. I end up only selling it for $18, and after fees I made $14.40. Then I sold this, the Kooples Floral Kimono. I love this kimono. I had it listed over 100, and I really should have stuck with that. But like I said, I've been taking a lot of lowball offers. I'm just trying to get things to sell. The attention on this definitely had died down since when I posted it. So when someone offered me 50, I accepted and I made 40. That I did only pay $9.99 for. But when I was packaging it up, I was like, I should have kept this. Not to like sell, which I, you know, like sell for more, but more like I should have kept it for myself. It was the softest thing ever, and it was so cute. And then I sold this new tag, Madewell Ring. This came from my fun box that I got recently. Sold for $20, and after fees I made $16 on Poshmark. Then I sold this Ralph Lauren linen top. This I got in a women's mixed clothing box from ThredUP a while ago, and I had sent it back into ThredUP. Linen just doesn't do well for me. I know some people love selling linen and say it sells itself. I don't have that experience, but it didn't sell there. It came back to me. I listed it, sold it for $15, and after fees I made $12. Then I sold this Nike Pro running top. I also got this at the bins pretty recently, sold for $18, and after fees I made $12.90. And then on Thursday the 11th, I sold this J. Crew floral skirt. This was an interesting skirt. It was like a neoprene material, so like a scuba suit material. I got this in a Jomar box a while ago. Again, sent it to ThredUP, didn't sell, came back to me. I sold it, someone offered me 10 and I accepted because it was kind of weird. So I made $7.05 after fees. Then I sold this Peruvian Connection dress, a very expensive brand, but the resale was eh. I got this again from a Jomar box, and I just sort of sat on it for a while until I finally listed it. Didn't get a lot of attention, so someone offered me $15, I just accepted, and I made $12 after fees. I feel like I sold a lot of $15 things this week. Then I sold this Eileen Fisher sweater. I was happy to see this sell. This was a piece I picked up from Goodwill to send to ThredUP before all their weird changes. I didn't sell on there. Eileen Fisher does not do well for me on there. I probably priced it too high. And it doesn't sell well for me on Poshmark, but I have probably like 10-ish pieces now of Eileen Fisher that I need to sell somewhere. But luckily this sold on Poshmark. It sold for $50, and after fees I made $37.54, and I think I paid like $12 or $15 for that. So a pretty good profit. Then I sold this Brooks Brothers silk wool sport coat. I had this listed at $80. I got this in my Jomar men's box, but when someone came and offered me $32, I accepted. I got actually a few sport coats from that box and a lot of Brooks Brothers that I was able to sell and make a really good profit on. But this one had definitely the most flaws out of all the sports coats that I got, and I just decided to sell it. Coats are hard for me to keep in my inventory. I've mentioned it before, but I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So I pretty much have this rack, and then I just have one closet to keep the rest of my inventory in. So coats do take up quite a bit of space. So I was happy to free up my space and still make a profit on it. Sold for $32, and after fees I made $25.60. Then I sold these Birkenstocks. So Birkenstocks, even in bad condition, I sell for at least $40 or more. These were in really, really rough condition. And it was more so when you look at the shoe, you can just tell they were in bad condition. That's a harder sell than if like the wear is on the bottom or like on the footbed. But these were on the band and they just looked kind of rough. I did, if you remember, get these last summer. I purchased them for 50 cents at that like yard sale. So I did not pay a lot for them. It took me forever to actually list them because they were in such bad condition. But they sold for 15, and after fees I made $12, which is still a really good profit for spending 50 cents. And then I sold this Everlane men's hoodie. This I actually picked up extremely recently at the Goodwill. I picked it up, it was only $6.99, which is crazy for my Goodwill prices. So I was really happy. It was a men's. I was hoping to get more for it, but comps were really low. And again, it's just that men's wear sort of thing. Like men selling their clothes, like their own clothes, or women selling, I feel like, their boyfriend or brother or son's clothing. They're not pricing it very high, they're pricing it to move. So comps are always, I feel like, a little mixed when it comes to men's items, but I know that Everlane is a good brand. I know it's worth a lot more, and I know some men just buy stuff, you know, like they don't really think about it. But I had my list at 45. When someone offered me 35, I decided to accept. It was a quick flip, and I was getting a lot of like $10, $15 offers, which was awful. I was not going to accept that. But I accepted the 35, and after fees I made $28. Then I sold this Topman polo top, also a men's piece, sold for $12, and after fees I made $9.05, and that came, I think, from a Jomar men's box or ThredUP one. I wouldn't have picked that up on my own. I think Topman is a Topshop men's line. I could be wrong, but I wouldn't have picked it up on my own. It was also a size extra small. And then I sold these Reformation distressed jeans. These took a very long time to sell. Reformation doesn't do super well for me. I haven't picked it up a lot. These, I believe I got in a Jomar mixed CPR box or a denim one from ThredUp. I've had them so long I do not remember. But they did end up selling for $48, and after fees I made $36.90, and I know I did not pay a lot for those. And then I had a really good sales day on Friday the 12th. I sold these Can Dark Wash jeans. These came from a very recent denim DIY box from ThredUp that I haven't posted yet, but they sold really quickly. They sold for $22, and after fees I made $16.10. Then I sold these American Eagle gray men's jeans. These were new label, and I got these at the bins. Sold for $20, and after fees I made $16. And then I sold these Zella cropped joggers. These also came from the bins. Zella is a Nordstrom house brand, and they make a lot of athletic wear. I wouldn't pick this brand up unless it was at the bins, but every time I see it at my Goodwill, it's priced up to like $20 or more when I find Lululemon there and it's like 15 or less. So I don't really know why they think Zella is like really worth it, but I guess they do. I don't think the resale value is super high. I've only sold a few pieces from them, but they do sell quickly around $20 or less. This sold for $14, and after fees I made $9.55. Then I sold my MCM purse. Again, I don't remember what it stands for. It stands for the designer's name, which is Michael, I think, something with a C, and then Munich, which is, I guess, where the brand started from or where he's from, which is in Germany. A lot of information, I know, I'm really good at this. But you guys let me know that it's a super hot brand right now. I've definitely recognized it, but I feel like I watch a lot of reseller videos and I just have not heard anyone talk about it. And I think it's probably because it's hard to find. People probably see this print and like buy it straight up, so it's probably hard to find to resell, and I just don't think I've seen it in like a designer box before. But you guys let me know. It's super hot, really trendy, and the resale value is amazing, and it was. I ended up selling it for $200, which was more than the Prada shoes, so and after fees I made $160. So I did profit quite a lot from that box. With this sale and the Prada shoes, I made $268 in net earnings, and I only paid $90 for the box, so ended up working out well for me. I just like to, you know, push ThredUp's buttons so that they aren't taking advantage of their customers. Then I sold this Marc by Marc Jacobs purple dress. This came from a Jomar's mixed CPR box. I know people really hate on Marc Jacobs. I don't pick it up a lot. I also don't find it a lot, but this dress sold relatively fast after I got it back from ThredUp, and it didn't sell on there. And I do have a purse listed that does get a lot of attention. I haven't sold it yet, but I do have a price kind of high. But this sold for $36, and after fees I made $26.34. Then I sold these Madewell bootcut jeans. The only thing that does well for me with Madewell anymore are their more unique jeans. So like they're pleated, they're wide leg, they're straight leg. This is the Cali Demi boot, and these were in a good size. These were 31. I think I got these from Goodwill and paid about $10 for them. They sold for $52, and after fees I made $40.10. And these, this style I've sold twice really recently, so if you find it, definitely pick it up. And then I sold these Hugh jean leggings. These also came from that really recent denim DIY box that I will be posting soon. They sold for $12, and after fees I made $9.05. I don't know where Hugh sold. I know it's not expensive, but these were in a really good plus size, so I thought I'd give them a try, and they sold very fast. And then I had a ThredUp sale. I almost didn't have any other sales off of Poshmark this week, but I did have a couple of last minute ThredUp sales. Sold this H&M orange t-shirt dress. This came from clothes I used to own in Connecticut that I sent in. So the cost was nothing to me. It sold for $5.88 and after fees I made 31 cents. So not that much. Then I sold this men's Gap lived-in hoodie. This I've had for a while. I got this in a ThredUP men's box probably last summer. It sold for $16 and after fees I made $12.80. Then I sold this Marine Layer purple top. I really like the brand Marine Layer, and I went to Goodwill recently and I was just flipping through the racks and I think I found 4 or 5 pieces that are all still for sale on their website. So I was super excited and this was one of them. I didn't think that this was going to be the one that sold first. I honestly thought this was going to be the hardest sell, but I was getting a lot of lowball offers on all of them. But I did take a lower offer on this one just because this one was probably the least substantial piece. It was just like a long sleeve top, but it sold for $35 and after fees I made $28 and I did spend I think $8 on that top. Then I sold this vintage mini Coach bag. This came from my 25 handbag ThredUP box that I got last summer. It took a long time for me to list, but Coach is really hot right now. Carrie T says here on YouTube, she's talked about it recently and she knows everything, to be honest. So definitely follow her if you don't. But she was just recently made a video, or probably a few weeks ago now, about how hot Coach is. This one did just sell for $15, but I was happy with that. It wasn't like, you couldn't tell it was Coach and it was just canvas. Sold for $15 and after fees I made $12. Then I had another ThredUP sale of this Madewell Army Green vest. This actually came from my mom. Hi mom, if you're watching, your piece sold. She is a thrifter just like me. I learned all my stuff from her. But this she sent me because she found it really cheap for I think like $2 right after I had found that denim skirt last summer from Madewell that I sold for like $60 in a day that I got for 50 cents at a yard sale. And I think she was just really excited. She sent it to me. It sat for a while. Things that aren't substantial denim pieces from Madewell, like I just said, don't sell very well for me. I ended up sending it to ThredUP and it sold for $40 and after fees I made $12. So it was free to me, but did cost my mom a couple bucks, but I was hoping to get more, but I'm still happy that it sold. And then on Saturday the 13th, I sold this Athleta Techie hoodie. This I've had for a little bit now. Athleta is sort of like hit or miss for me at the moment. I haven't been doing too well with it, but this I got at the bins. It sold for $20 and after fees I made $16. And then the last thing I sold yesterday was this Izod men's Crewneck. This came from a ThredUP men's box. I wouldn't have picked it up on my own. It sold for $14 and after fees I made $11.05. All right, so my gross amount that I made this week in sales was $1,205.88. And then after fees of $290.45, I net $915.35, which is still really good. I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy that like sales seem to like still be happening. I know it changes so much from week to week. You know, one week you can make $1,000 and the next week you'll make 3 sales and barely make $100. So I'm glad that it stayed pretty busy. Again, I'm running that sale in my closet, hoping to keep sales high. We will see. We'll see if anyone uses it. A lot of the times when I run sales in my closet, nothing happens. So, but yeah, definitely let me know how your guys' sales have been this week. Are they up? Are they down? I know I heard from a few people that sales have been kind of hard for them, and I totally get it. I personally have a lot of time to make new listings and share my closet and be really active on Poshmark because this is my part-time, reselling is part-time for me, but I do have another part-time job. I don't have a full-time job on top of this like a lot of other people do, but to me it doesn't feel like work, so I guess maybe that's why I don't consider it to be full-time. I don't know. All right, so that's all I have for you guys this week. Definitely let me know, again, what you guys have felt about the DIY designer box, ThredUP's price increases, Poshmark's discounts, and the video option, all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to know your opinions on it. Again, I'm sort of mixed. I don't know how to feel with how the changes are now. I don't feel like it's that drastic, but I feel like they might be eventually. I hope you have a great time sourcing and selling this week, and I will see you guys all in Wednesday's video. Bye!